Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's DJ. Welcome to New Mods for Farming Simulator 22. Today we got 33 mods in total. For all platforms, we got 5 new, but we have 17 updates. PC Mac players have 5 new and 6 updates. We're going to load up each mod in the store, take a look at its customization and features, and of course, we will review all of the mods that got updated. Timestamps are linked below, so let's jump in. Starting off today with new mods for all platforms, got something kind of cool. So we've got the New Holland T6 Tier 4B. And one thing that's really neat about this is it includes 4 different tractors. Now, as far as I can tell, the only difference is going to be the transmission and the engine option. So you've got the 4-cylinder in the dynamic command and the auto command, so 2 different setups there. And you've got 145 to 175 and 160 to 175 between the 4-cylinder and the 6-cylinder versions of each. Today, we're going to look at the T6 Dynamic Command 6-cylinder for our customization. So we start off with 160 horsepower Dynamic Command transmission, of course, 230 liters of fuel, 31 miles per hour, very standard through there. Weighs 6.9 tons. Nice. As far as engines, we can bump that up to the 175 if we want. Wheel brands include Midas, which look great, Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, which, ooh, and then Lizard tires. We got Mudden in here. We've got iron wheels. We've got iron with like a dual thing going on in the background. We've got bigger iron, and back end down to mud tires. How wild and crazy is that? It's like some Mad Max stuff right here. I love it. Let's just go down to Midas because they're not going to try and hurt me. Front fenders, we've got yes and no armrest. We've got the standard command grip in there. So a couple different setups through that. I like that. Doors, we have a modified door and a standard door. GPS, basically yes and no. And we've got different wheel setups for those. Rear hubs, we have adjustable hubs where we have fixed, like the adjustable, we'll go with that. Rear fenders, we have a small one, standard size, big, or none. So if you really want to make this thing look interesting, go with none. I think we'll just stick with standard. Attachments, we got front weights on here. We got the 3-point with the PTO, and then back to front weight again. Front loader attachment, nope. And then you got the quickie, Hauer, and back down. Main color, we do have the model year 2018, model year 2023, Fiat Power, and Blue Power. Kind of like the 2023 model, so we will stick with that. And we also have rim color as well. We have white, base game gray, and black. Next, we've got the Schaeffer 2630 from HR Force. This is one we talked about at Farm Sim News a few days ago, if you guys remember that. Basically, we have full customization over this piece of equipment now. 25 horsepower, variable transmission, 40 liters of fuel, 12 miles per hour, 2.2 tons. Roof, I like that. Very easy. Yes or no. And then we could do one with a simple door on the right-hand side or doors on the left and right-hand side. So we've got those now if you want it. Nice to see that. Wheel brands include Trelleborg. We also have BKT, which are chunky boys. Michelin tires on there and back into Trelleborg again. It looks like we've got some different options, but we're sticking with BKT. Come on, you know. Front fenders, we've got yes or no, so you can remove those if you would like. Main color, of course, we've got their color palette. Let's go with the Ow That Hurts My Eyes blue. And then rim color, let's go with that is very red. What do you guys think? How cool is this? So this is a front loader. If you guys are unfamiliar, you could choose any front loader tool that you would like, and you're good to go. We've also got a trailer hitch on the back as well. So something like this could be pretty beneficial moving around pallets or something like that. I mean, come on, I had to drive it around a little bit. So we've got a pretty nice reach right there. There's really not much to this, really. I mean, we'll turn on our help window. Yeah, there's nothing extra, nothing wild and crazy, but this is a pretty cool little machine. And I love that there's no top on it. That's awesome. Next new one for all platforms is going to be a Fliegl DHKA390. It's a big old trailer, baby. This will hold all of your standard crops, as you guys can see, 48,000 liters of it. It only weighs 4.5 tons, making it extremely lightweight. Main color, we've got all of these. We do have like a yellow too, which I would almost call almost cloth color, something like that. We got some bright reds, orange. Choose through what you like. You're not going to be disappointed through there. Chassis color, we have similar color palette. We're going to stick with a green through there. Cover color on the very top, we could change that. How about we go with a blue? There you go. And then decal colors. This is where it's nice because usually you don't get to choose your decal color. Here, you do. That's really nice. Next to last one, we've got house. This is a residential house with a sleeping function right there. We do have a bit up to here, but doesn't look like we're able to open up, go in, do anything. Slightly just I'd love to go with the house, but not too bad. And lastly is going to be the concrete block wall. Now, online this says that it is in silos. It is not. It is in sheds. So check that out. It's an open grain storage for concrete blocks where you guys can store your machinery or you could store crops as well. We'll turn this on, see if we can do any compaction. No compaction showing up, but it's not bad. It's kind of neat. I like this, especially for older, more classic, or maybe just kind of out in the middle of nowhere stuff. This may be what you want to go with. Making our way over to some mod updates for all platforms. First up is GreenRiver. This is version 1. Nobody added a changelog to this. I don't know what's going on right now. One mod that we do have a changelog for, though, is the Deutz-Fahr D16006 version 1.1. Added more wheel configurations, reduced the motor brake effect, and added passenger support, which does require the Kubota DLC. Next up, updates to the Rostselmash Acros 595 version 2.2. Fixed small problem with the model and minor bug fixes. Next up, Valtra Pack version 1.2. Visual fixes, added light configuration on the S series. Tire pressure control has been added, only static, no function to it. Removed simple IC support, added interactive control support, which is basically the same thing. Front axis suspension has been edited. And they also say that this tractor is prepared for precision farming and it is Kubota DLC compatible with passenger support, but only on the S, Q, and T series. The Lizard Dino or Dino 4x4, love this little thing, version 1.1. New engine sound adjustments and positions, new tires, new colors, and final speed 140 kilometers an hour. Next, we've got an update to the Lizard Forage pickup, one of the most OP mods in the game, version 1.0.11. Fix for multiplayer, remove the bale shredding. Next up, update to the TGS Shortwood Pack, version 2. Various adjustments and truck version added. 2. Not sure what that means. Next, the Holaras Jumbo version 1.2 changed the shop category to silo compactor, which it is, and bounce problem solved during dividing. Next up, we got the Lizard Coupler Triangles version 1.1, mod description version increased, and added hydraulic and electrical connection support. Animal food bags got updated, version 1.001 added 2 new bags for sheep and cattle. Nice update to the old grain mills version 1.2, they've added an American meal. Keeping the updates going with the Placeable power line version 1.0.1, added end pole with transformer and pole with road lamps, matched the length of the power poles in the end pole to 20 meters, and corrected the French design. This is one of those mods that you didn't know you need until you got it. It adds power lines everywhere. It's really cool. Next mod update, Chicken Shed version 1.0.1, better textures, new snow. Hey, what was wrong with the old snow? And added specula on the building. Next up, garages with sliding doors is version 1.1. Added new building version and updated disc version to 71. Small bunker silo version 1.2. They've added a single bunker silo U-type, and well, that's it. Cost you $12,500. Next to last mod update for all platforms is the horse pasture. This is version 1.0.2. Fixed the decoration tree. It was only placed with new save games. It was missing with loaded save games. And your last update for all platforms today is the barn with Pigsty and Cowbarn version 1.2. Well, that cow barn exists now, doesn't it? Making our way over to PC and Mac mods today. Starting off with the new ones, we have the Czajkowski ST 300, or the ST Strip-Till, rather. There's going to be a couple different ones here, 300, 450, and 600. Of course, 3 meter, 4.5 meter, and 6 meter. They all do exactly the same thing. Horsepower ratings increase, and as far as your seed and fertilizer capacity, it's going to be between 3,900 and 4,900, depending on which one you pick. So you've got dry fertilizer, you got dry fertilizer with seeds, which kind of splits it up. Then we've got extension for dry fertilizer and then the extension for both of them. So you can kind of split them down the middle right through there. Wheel options in here, we do have Trelleborg, or you go with a Czajkowski side on the end right there. I like that one. And then, of course, we've got some extra lights, PTO connection, yes or no. And then we've got different row setups. Now, the different row setups isn't going to change what you do, but there are different pieces that hook up with this. Why is it a bunch of weights? No, there's other bits that you could use with this as well. For example, This bit doesn't actually seed in the ground. As you can see, it's just a fertilizer and seed holder. What the front does is cultivate. And there's really not a whole lot much more to it other than it will throw fertilizer in the ground as well. You use this 3-point hitch on the back. That's going to hook up to your 6-meter seeder or planter, something like that. And that is going to get the seed into the ground, which is pretty darn cool. And speaking of, we've got another version as well. This is the Strip-Till Seeder. So these basically identical setups here, but you've got different dry fertilizer and seeds, or just seeds. Wheel options similar. We've got a couple different brands in there, of course, lights, and then we've got different row spacings as well. This is for you guys to utilize your own way and use your own let's play minds to it. If you guys want to go with something like this, of course, we do have a version here as well where you can choose different setups. This is going to do all your standard crops. And together, this will just be like a total, direct drill, more or less. Now, you can also hook up other things to the back of this as well. For example, pretty much any seeder or planter that fits the mold. So this is 4.5 meters. So if you've got another 4.5 meter seeder or planter, you can hook up to the back of this and it will hold all your seed and fertilizer for you, which is kind of neat. But if you guys want to, you can also go with this bit here as well. And the last bit that comes with this, we do have PS 600, 450, and 300 as well. These would go along with those first mentioned Strip-Till right here. So let's say you want to use this, get the 6-meter version, and then you get one of these seeder attachments. Wabam! Wide for cereals, narrow for canola. You can go back and forth between those. Ridge markers, you've got different ridge markers on here. Tram lines, of course, yes. And then we've got the different markings as well, but it will stay 6 meters. It really just allows you to customize your own setup the way you want to. I know that they were trying to get these out on consoles. However, it looks like today, at least, this is only going to be PC and Mac. Your next new one for PC and Mac players, I don't know if this is a new mod or not because it is showing as version 1.1.0.2. However, there are no votes on this, which makes me think that maybe the old one was removed. Could have been. Anyway, this is the REA22 Dynamic Dirt. The goal of this mod is to make the game feel more realistic. The goal is to make the mod universal, and the mod supports multiplayer and dedicated servers. It creates puddles in low places where the water will fill up if the ground is wet. Previous updates said water does not use ground wetness to set water level. Rain now increases level. Cloudy and sunny weathers lowers the water level. Lower temperatures decreases speed. Water level is saved to avoid restart of water level after loading a game. And this version said water puddle texture is deleted from the mod file, and the mod now uses its own in-game folder. Either way, this exists. Definitely check it out. And your last new one for PC and Mac players today is the EnhancedAnimalSystem. This script adds 3 points. So animals no longer get just one offspring, but specifically many for their respective animal species. With scattering, they do say. Stables can now be overcrowded by the offspring, but this has an effect on the health of the animals. Alternatively, animals that no longer fit into the barn can be sold directly. This can be set in the animal menu, and animals that are too old die randomly. There you go. By default, following values are set. You guys can see here, 0 animals, probability 1%, 1 animal, 98, and 2, probability 1%. Well, pigs, you can see there, everything's changed up. Sheep, horses, chickens, and now there's 2 modes that can be set in the stable menu. So this is kind of a neat mod. Basically, it just gives you more offspring, and it's a little bit more random as well. Plus, you can overcrowd. It's kind of neat. All right, making our way into mod updates for PC and Mac players. First up, we've got an update to Fichthal. However, the translation is a little bit rough, so I'm going to let you guys go check this one out for yourselves if you would like. A lot of stuff's been added, changed, fixed, etc., etc. But I've tried reading through this 3 times now, and I can't do it. So here you go. We've also got an update to Polowa, version 1.002. Fix the spawn place, the egg pallets, its chicken coop, fix the silo collision, fix some collectibles, improve the terrain in several places, added automatic water supply in the barn, added pedestrians, added traffic in the village, changed the texture of the maize stubble, changed the sowing calendar, and minor corrections. A new save game is not required, so you're all good to go. The Romboz Road also has an update, version 1.4. Added salvage item system, added AI network for easier movement, added a customized map for precision farming, graphical improvements on some paths, fix for snow not accumulating in fields, and fix for tillage, lime, or fertilizer level in some cases. Older saves are not fully compatible, so you may need a new save for this to work. Got an update to the Sauter Tractor Triangle version 1.1. Mod desk version's been increased and added hydraulic and electrical connection support. And your last mod update for PC and Mac players is the Paint and Terraform Anywhere. This is a mod that I have been using since it came out, and I'm glad to see it updated. Version 1.1 landscaping also works below vehicles and other dynamic objects and triggers / everywhere that it did not before the update. JK, we have one more update that kind of snuck its way into the video. The Firewood Processor and Self Point update for PC and Mac players, version 1.1. Fixed the Lua error when selling wood on Silver Run Forest map with the Platinum Expansion DLC. Well guys, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like on it, get subscribed if you're new around here, join the GoHam fam, do all the other stuff as well. That way you guys never miss any daily farming simulator videos here on the channel. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a good one. We'll see you later. Peace.